Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Chamberlain, the Air Force guy, RV extraordinaire here at Southland RV in Savannah, Georgia. I'm going to go over with you today the Grand Design. This is the 𝚘𝚘𝚎 𝐵H. For more information on this camper or any others, contact information down below. I will also have the specifications of this down below. Because it is a 2025, I cannot list the best price. So if you want the best price in the country, reach out to me. Contact information down below, but let's get started. Now, we just got this in, have not had the opportunity to clean it up yet, but just give you some basic information about this. The 2800, this one is 32 feet in length. Remember, anytime a campgrounds ask you, they don't ask you box size, they ask you length. It's tip to tip. Dry weight's going to come in about 7,300 pounds, thereabouts. So you get the lights on the front, 3/4 molded cap on the front with the rock guard here. Keep the rocks off, that way you don't have to worry about messing up your fiberglass. 20-pound bottles, benefit with those, much easier for you to go ahead and get them replaced. Plenty of room if you want to put 2 different batteries up there. Power tongue jack, making it easy for you to get it on and off your vehicle. Now on your off-door side, this is where you're going to be going ahead and hooking up water. Of course, do your battery disconnect, solar disconnect. Now notice the lights are off here, but notice that they come on. Sensor light, and they have the sensor on both sides. You have an outlet on the other side over there. You'll have an outlet on this side. That way there, if you're having a heated water hose, you could do that. Battery disconnect, solar disconnect. And understanding the two of those, battery disconnect is for when you're going to hit disconnect when you're not using it. However, if you're going to park it in the sun, you're going to want to have the solar panels kind of trickle charge your batteries. So turn that on, shut your battery disconnect off. That way you're not draining any power. Of course, hook up right to here. You can go ahead and fill your fresh water tank from here as well. And I'll show you have a manual way. Be sure that you don't have any pressure on the on this when you're switching this from city to tank fill. You go ahead and have an issue with the system. Your outside shower, both hot and cold water. Now, under here, this is where you're going to bring up your cable or satellite stuff up here. You bring it up through here. Now, understand that is where critters can come up through. So get yourself some brass wool, not steel wool, brass wool. Put it around that stuff. That way there, you lessen the chance of having critters coming in your camper. Now, it does have the charge controller since it has a solar panel, and it is prepped for the inverter in the event that you want to have the inverter. Notice how large the door is, and the other thing that they've got is, notice how thick the door is. So it's better insulated. Now, one thing they've added this year is the deadbolt locks for those. It's not the M key like they had before. A little place for you to store your sewer hose right there. And then see this hole here, this is for your spare tire, which is right there. Give you a look of what's underneath here. Figure this thing out. Now, one other thing I want to point out to you is, notice it says gray tank here, because you have a gray tank pole, which is right here. That's your kitchen sink. But notice you're not going to have 2 sewer connections here. See, that gray tank pole is going to pull from there, and now that's going to run all the way back to the back. I'll show you that in a minute. Rack and pinion slide control, one of the more proven ones. Now let's walk back and show you where you're going to be dumping your tanks. So you get the one gray pull up there. Everything's going to come out right here. You have a black tank pull, gray tank pull, and black tank flush. Now what you've got is, this gray tank is going to be for your shower and the kitchen bathroom sink. And of course your black tank for the toilet. And you can see they're all coming out the same location. Of course, you have the manual stabilizers. Benefit there, you can put more weight on them, and they're more stable. And I can put these things down faster than electric jacks can go down, just using a screw gun and a 3/4 inch socket. So again, giving you an idea what it looks like underneath. Fully enclosed and heated underbelly. I know you're never going to get to the campground when it's dark, but just in case you do, they do have a light so you'll be able to see what you're hooking up here. Now on the back, you do have the rear observation camera. You do have a hitch receiver. Now the hitch receiver is only for you to put put something on it. You're not for towing like on the fifth wheels. Now you do have a 300-pound tongue weight or maximum capacity for that. So if you're putting a mother-in-law seat or bicycles or whatever back here. Here are your low point drains. That's important to do. Make sure that you open those after you're done camping when you're going home, and then close them again once you get home. You want to get all the water out of the system, both hot and cold. Now let's get on the roof and show you what that looks like. So as you can see, you have a crowned roof. Now this is a 50 amp service. It does have an option for 2 ACs if you wanted. Of course, you have a vent in the bathroom. You got a vent up in the kitchen area as well. 180 watt solar panel. You've got an antenna up here, and then of course you have the vents for the different tanks as well. Now this is a walkable roof, so if you wanted to get up here, I mean, you can sit up here if you want to and enjoy the scenery. You know, maybe you're at a motocross race or whatever. Just be careful. And I just want to show you the difference in the key. It's a different key than it was last year. Last year was an M key. This year it's a deadbolt style key. So, but this is the same key that's going to be unlocking your deadbolt for your doors. This is where your outside kitchen is. Of course, you have the Capital Grill. You have your refrigerator, nice light, 110 outlet, sprayer port if you need to clean some things off. Now, I talked earlier about filling your freshwater tank up when you're hooked up to water. Then I said there was a manual way of doing it, and the manual way is on your door side. The reason why they do this is if you're a house and you have this parked in the road, this is on the curb side. So now anytime you see where the freshwater fill is here, that is where your tank dump is going to be, right underneath this location. And as you can see, there it is right there. Now you see these blue tubes right there? That is your overflow. So when you're filling, you'll see water coming out of that. Now keep in mind, one other thing is, it is possible that as you go down the road, if you have water in the freshwater tank, it is possible that when you get to your campsite, that you have no water or where you're going. Those do not have a shutoff. Now you can put them on there, the manufacturer does not, because in the event that you did not open it, then what would happen is the tank could rupture. It could bulge, ruin the floor, all kinds of things could happen. So keep that in mind. So let's get on with the rest of this stuff here. You can see I have the nice big awning here on your door side. It doesn't cover both doors, I realize that. Magnet that holds this door back, and that one as well. Now they are friction hinge doors, which means the wind's really not going to take them like they would if they didn't have that. Now let's take a look on the inside. Not much has changed on the inside. Now you do have an option for the recliners, or you can get yourself a pull-out sofa if you wanted to, what they call trifold. That's totally up to you. You do have the bunk beds. Now notice they have the lights in the ceiling above that now. Their own light switch. And that is dimmable, by the way, right here. So they can dim those. USB port. Now that's only for the top bed. Down here below, you have the typical light here, which you can turn on, and then they have 110 outlet. This little part right here is for this bed, so you can actually fold this bed up and store things underneath there. Ladder to get up on the top bunk. They have each of them have their own curtain. Those are soundproof curtains, by the way, as well. Bathroom, nice little towel holder on the door. Cubbies for your towels or incidentals. Plenty of room in front of the toilet. Good sized counter space for such a for a bathroom anyway. A nice deep pan. Mine isn't that deep. I wish it was, but not that I really need it. Now I know some people are going to probably hate that. Okay, that's okay. Don't fret over that. I don't like it. I didn't like ours either. We just put a spring rod in the middle here and had the shower curtain there. Then we put another spring rod on the outside with a nice decorative curtain. Now you see how the roof is crowned in here. I know you're probably saying, well, Paul, how tall is this thing here? I'll stand in here. I'm 5'8" without my hat. So you can see plenty of room for me in the shower. Now I give you another vantage point for the bathroom. Now you do have this nice little vent fan. Love this kind of vent fan in the bathroom, because those power vent fans, the big ones, boy, I'll tell you, you flush a toilet when you have that thing on. Oh my goodness, you're gonna hate life. Anyway, Furrion on-demand water heater. So you set the temperature and you're good to go. Now I know you probably see these in all the different campers, right? And they're like, why don't they install them? Because they probably won't install it where you want it, or you might be like we are, we don't want one installed. We just have one sitting on the floor. GFI protected outlet. Nice little sensor light as you come in the door here, and then you have room to kick off some shoes underneath, hang some things here. This is where you go ahead and control all your slide, your awning, check your levels, turn on your LED light strip on the awning, a little storage there. TV, you can go ahead and get it with the TV or not. Put your own in here. Nice storage in between here. They've kind of changed it up a little bit from last year, right? What are you thinking of the changes thus far? Now there's your fuses and there's your breakers, so you've lost that room, right? But still good size storage. They closed quite nicely. Now this is where you turn on your antenna. It's not a power antenna booster like back in the day. You either have the antenna on or off. 110 outlet, 12-volt refrigerator, freezer. I love the way this thing works. I have the same thing. Mine might be a little bit smaller, but within a couple hours, they're cooled down. And you don't have to worry about being as level as you did when you were had the old RV fridge. Good counter space outlets down below. You get the counter extension here. Nice thing with that counter extension, it still is not in the way for you to get into the bedroom. And look at how big this drawer is. I don't know if you're gonna have anything to put in that drawer, but if you do, plenty. And then 2 more drawers. And now they've also opened it up a little bit in here for you. See, look at the nice storage. And of course you have the storage up above. Now, as you can see, I have this, I call it an ottoman out here right now. You have storage down below. This stores back on the other side of that table. However, I'm showing you how you could use it. You could bring it over in front of, if you had the sofa, you could use it as a coffee table, kick your feet up. You could use it as a coffee table in front of those. Or you could use it if you wanted to. Maybe you have playing game night. Instead of having somebody sit back there because you're not going to have any room, they can sit right here. Makes it a little bit easier. You know, if you have 3 people, 4 people, 5 people sitting here, gives you that advantage. Blackout shades, nice big windows. I know they're not the frameless windows, but the benefit of that is look at how much more airflow it'll allow you to have. And you still have another window over here. Now let's check out the bedroom. Now, because you have 2 different ACs, you have, this is for the AC in here, which is back there, and then you have one on the inside here, and that is going to be for this air conditioner here. Pocket door, so you can close this room off, but look at how wide the door is, and the door is not in the way like that door is when it's open, right? That's what I love about pocket doors. Residential queen bed, meaning 60 by 80. Storage all around. I mean, it's the same on both sides. I'm just going to open up this side, show you. And the other side, you can have some shelves in there. Nice little cubbies on both sides. You can see you have 110 outlet USB ports. These lights can be white or they can be blue. If you want to just kind of as a ambiance or whatever. You can put another TV back here. Then you do have the roof light as well. This AC is going to be, if you were just running that AC, it's still going to blow in this bedroom, which is the benefit. Now with this, you also have the door, so you're able to go out this way. So what do you think of the 2800BH Imagine? You liking it? Would this be something to work for you? Let me know in the comments down below. And I appreciate you watching, liking, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We'll be back at you again soon. Take care.